Welcome to what I suppose is part 3 of our Mega Man V Talkthrough. We just blew up our second star droid, Mercury. We're going to go to the third one, Mars. Mars... Max, correct me if I'm wrong. We want to push left to go from Mercury to Mars' stage. Left once. And here we go. Mars is a really laggy stage. There's lots of stuff that explodes in Mars' stage. Nobody likes Mars' stage. I have a full charge already here because this guy takes 4 hit points. We're just going to kill him. Here's a mine. This right here. That's a landmine. When you step on it, this button... 2 things happen, actually. This button gets depressed, and you have about a second to get away from it before it explodes. Also, once it's suppressed, it's a little bit lower than the rest of the floor, so you can't just slide off of it all the time. It gets screwy. So there, kill that guy and go. Full charge, lemon, let's go. There's another enemy up here. You see more of these later on in the stage. Don't worry about that one, just slide, and make sure you get a full charge going onto this screen. Actually, you don't need a full charge in this screen transition. You can save a little bit of lag. The next screen has a turtle. This one you do want to charge through at least. So here's the thing. You want to get right up in this turtle's face and just barely jump over him. Not a big deal if you can't do it. This isn't a hit point starved stage. But, time. Yay, we did it. So now we have our attack ready for this guy. I guess I'm not even charging at all yet. Go me. Here's some jumping monkeys. They're going to jump up and down and throw bananas at you. If you're good, you can kind of get a lemon off from the distance to actually hit them from a distance. Generally, as soon as you shoot with them on the screen, they'll start their attack pattern. So they have 4 hit points. You want to just get rid of them, because you can see this lag that gets generated. Oh my god. So obviously it's okay if you don't kill them either. Getting through here, let me back up the video just a moment, because I forget what I just did. So these platforms here kind of shoot platforms up into the spikes. It's possible to get iframes and get on top of the spikes. I've not found a use for that yet. So realistically, what you're doing here is you're just jumping and you're going. There is a missile here. It's going to take off and come down and try and land and explode into you after it goes off the top of the screen. 3 hit points, blows it up, and then it goes away forever. If you have the full charge ready, you don't have to wait on this platform to go up. You can kind of jump up, shoot, and go all at once. It's faster if you do it that way. Again, here... I'm sad because I did that. This is where I'm losing 2 or 3 seconds for a lot of this run. You can come onto the screen with a full charge. I think you even hit it up there, and then with the lemon. Oh, you're sliding over the... Mannix goes over the last rocket and doesn't even blow it up. Just gets a little hop over it. That's insane. So this guy's weird. This, I think, is a snapback kill. I'm going to land here, but right around here, fire a full charge into it. And it's going to hit twice because I landed so close. The hand is basically in sync with this enemy coming down, so it's going to hit twice. Look at that. You do need to stop there, though, because if you don't stop, you'll walk into it before it gets killed. So, okay, good job. You killed your enemy. Keep going. You do want to have a charge going because there's another one of those jumping missile shooters. This lemon is on purpose. There's a monkey over here, and that lemon's going to do 1 hit point of damage and not cause the monkey to jump, and then we're going to full charge the monkey into oblivion. Sliding over the landmine, yay. I've always gone top route here to get this drop off the screen, also because it's quite likely you've taken some damage in this stage. Yay, a health drop. There's a monkey here. If you shoot from around here, you will trigger it, so be careful. I believe I just slide off this ledge holding right, and I get over here. Right here, that was a slide and an up cancel. Remember, up will cancel your slides. So just take care of this monkey. Yay. 2 tile slides are the worst for spikes. Oh well. That said, with this room, you're going to slide, 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 slide. There is a rocket you have to shoot at one point. That's why I've got a full charge going. Just watch it, really. Slide, slide, slide. If you miss this slide, you will probably land on this ledge in the corner and you'd be perfectly fine. So always go for it. Just make sure you're holding right. There's the rocket getting blown up, and again, just kind of walking over this. It's hard to slide across those shaking platforms. You usually get knocked out of your slide, so that's why it was an extra hop and a hop to just do that. So this next screen has a mid-boss on it. There's some falling platforms here, and you just gotta kind of wait until right around there. Once this third ball comes out, you're good to start jumping up. You're gonna jump up here and lay into this boss with your full charge. And the moment it hits, you can see like all these sprites are already gone from the screen because I've hit start. We're going to Mercury's weapon. You can even see it up there. Weapon ME. Me. So this is Mercury's weapon. It does 2 hit points per shot, and every time it hits, it generates this sort of small drop electron that tries to find its way back to Mega Man. This is actually a health drop, so if you are ever in trouble the rest of the game and you need to not die, Mercury is the end-all of backups because you can always heal yourself with Mercury. For this stage, we mostly want it because it does 2 damage a shot. But we do want to collect these drops, and this is why it's important to kind of maintain full health for the stage as much as you can, because then when you collect the drop, it doesn't freeze. It just gets rid of the lag of the drop existing. So 1, 2, 3, and that's that. So again, full charge, 1, 2, 3, and you gotta kind of go. Let's watch this kind of again at speed, right? 1, 2, I'm already getting the full charge going. 3, as soon as I see it, start jumping up. As soon as it hits goes, 1, 2, 3. Yay, that's your mid-boss. There's an E-Tank if you have Rush Coil, which you get in Venus's stage. So there's that. This is actually the checkpoint room. So you noticed here, I walked off the ledge and immediately held right against this wall. This is to kind of align Mega Man against this wall and make sure I'm falling straight down in this tile. This way we're gonna miss some spikes here. Once we hit this screen transition, I'm actually holding right. As soon as I hit the ground, I'm gonna jump because there's one of these spinies here. Look at that. Easy. So there's a new enemy over here. It's kind of a tombola, one of those like bingo machines. And as long as it's spinning, it can't be hurt. It has 6 hit points, Mercury shots. You can have 3 on the screen, and they do 2 hit points each. Let's see what happens. Do I shoot here? So we're going to jump. We're going to shoot 1 from here, 1 from here, and 1 from here. And that's how we're going to take it out. And hopefully we collect those small drop electrons to reduce lag as we go. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. The next screen just has a monkey. There's the left cancel in the slide there to try and fall down early. This is a damage boost. Yay. The next screen has one of these hopping missile launchers. 2 shots to just take it out. If you get the health, fine. If you don't get the health, it will lag the game anyway. Speaking of lag, flying things lag the game. And somewhere over here, there's another one of these like rockets. So the easiest thing to do on this, there's a couple of options you have here. The first thing you can do is just clear slide through the entire screen, damage boost off the turtle. This is actually fine. It will work. You'll make it most of the time. If you damage boost off this little rocket, you reduce some lag. I believe the plan is to get hit by the rocket and just go. Just get through the screen. If you do have Rush Coil, I think you can make that, and that becomes an easy E-Tank to collect. We don't have Rush Coil, so no explanation is given. This next screen has a rocket on it. The screen after this is a one-tile-high platform like this with a spiny over here. If you saw the Neptune stage tutorial, you saw a lot of damage boosting while falling on into the screen transition. We actually want to do that here if possible. If you don't like your hit points, just shoot this rocket twice with Mercury's weapon, blow it up. You can shoot it actually from here, collect the 4 hit points, and move along. It's not that big of a time loss. What you want to do, though, is kind of try and hit here on the rocket. Again, this game is damage boosting. Mega Man does not automatically go backwards. Mega Man does not go in the direction the enemy is facing. Mega Man gets deflected basically in the direction he took damage. So if you get hit by the left side, and because I'm looking at a camera and I'm going to my left, it's bad. The left side of the rocket, Mega Man will be knocked further left, which is, if in this case, goes into the next screen transition, which is what we want. So you basically want to fall through here with Mega Man still in the animation in order to actually make it. This next screen also has 2 landmines. Try not to land directly on a landmine so that you can still slide forward. It was that close. And that's because I didn't fall through the screen while I was still in the damage animation. If you are low on hit points, again, you can kind of get close, trigger this mine, and as much as you can't walk over it, the turtle can't slide over it, and the turtle will just bounce off the screen and despawn, and you can go that way too. You can also use the rocket to damage boost for less than getting bodied by the spiny. You have options on the screen, but optimally you get hit by that rocket and slide through this screen and don't take damage at the very end of it. Second verse here is the same as the first. The only thing is that we do want to switch to Buster after this. So 4 shots of Mercury. We want to get out of the way of this bouncing ball. That's why we bounced back up to here. So there's 1 shot. There's a health drop kind of floating around. And remember, you can only have 3 things on the screen for Mercury. That includes the drops. So make sure you collect at least one of them so you can get the 4th shot off. Collect as many of these small drops as you feel comfortable collecting. You'll probably get 2 of them. Just because the way the game works. If you need that 3rd and 4th one, whatever. I paused to get out of there before the 3rd one got to me. Jump and lemon, and that's the 9th hit point of damage. Did I say that the rocket was the Tremaine boost? I'm not sure if I said the rocket 2 screens ago is the Tremaine boost. That's a Tremaine boost. There's a rocket here. The full charge will take it out directly. And then you just go, start another full charge. Take out that rocket. You can slide across that gap. I'm a chicken about sliding into the explosion. So here, there's a monkey somewhere here, and there's another monkey further back there. What you do kind of want to do here, again, is if you can get the lemon off from here so that it will hit it once, you do that. If not, don't worry too much about it. It just means you've got to do that. I've always had a little bit of trouble mashing out shots in this game for some reason. So just kind of be mindful of that. This was actually a really clean kill for me. So is that. These are like the cleanest 2 kills I think I've ever gotten on those monkeys. So from here, mind the spikes in the ceiling. Come down here and go. You do want to switch to Neptune roughly around here. If you are uncomfortable about your P-chip situation, again, you need 30 P-chips by the end of the first 4 robots. If you need 60 P-chips for the safety. But there's another 8 for you if you really want them. So we switched to Neptune because Neptune actually is the weakness of Mars. We're going to be using that in the fight. Again, each shot of Neptune uses 2 ticks of ammo, so you only have 10 shots. There's also a Tombola enemy over here again. Neptune will take it out, I think, in 3 shots. In 2 shots, I should say. So if you don't take it out, you're stuck just kind of taking damage. You can jump over it and get boosted to the right. So you at least boost in the direction you want to go. But obviously it's faster if you just kill it. Again with Neptune, if you're holding right when you fire it, it will go a little further. if you're holding down when you fire it, it will arc down faster. You'll get less of a lob. You'll just get more of a drop. So there's that shot. It already hit him. There's kind of a down shot. That's going to hit it. Yay. That's one more shot of Neptune. Hooray. So Mars. Mars looks intimidating. He's literally got a turret on his head. Mars is a nobody. Mars will always have the same attack pattern. We can even talk about how this pattern goes if you don't kill him immediately. But Mars is going to open up first by firing a bunch of missiles across the screen. If you've fought Napalm Man on the NES, it's going to look very similar. The thing to keep in mind is that these missiles will cancel your Neptune shot. And then the missile will keep going, so you don't destroy it either. So you want to make sure you're shooting over the shot. Over those shots. If you hit the wall, the splashdown damage on Mars is about the same as actually hitting him directly. It just lags the game and takes longer. Yeah. The second phase of this fight, Mars will shoot these like destructible little shots. The fight should end before those become a problem. If the fight goes longer than that, you've done something wrong, but you're still okay. To open this fight, it's actually possible to get a shot that will hit somewhere in here so that the orb of salt water will not hit Mars, but the splash will. At which point Mars takes a good chunk of damage, and then the secondary shot will come up and hit him after his iframes run out, and you'll get 2 hits in. This sounds really cool. It lags the game, though, and actually, I believe, loses time, according to Tremaine and Tassers. So, with us having all the ammo in the world right now, we don't want to do that. Refights, we want to do that. So, I'm mentioning it. So, again, kind of get that first hit in. Oh, I got a double hit. Oh, I didn't get the double hit because the second one hit him too late. But that's kind of what it looks like. From here, these are just jump and lobs. Jump and lob. Jump and lob. I should have gotten another lob in there. And usually by the time that first shot, I can usually shoot a saltwater through it, and it will be the last hit on Mars. Here, we got hit by that there. If you see the other side of that cycle, Mars will dash across the screen, drop 2 mines on the screen that will hurt you as soon as you touch them, and then he will do that sort of lots of small shots thing again. By that point, you should be able to take out Mars. If you're using the Buster, just shoot wildly at the small shots. You'll destroy them all and you'll not take damage. You might even get a lemon or 2 through to Mars himself. At that point, the fight gets weird, and I'm not really going to get into covering that. Just keep using half charges if you're out of salt water. And that's Mars' stage. Have fun with Mars. Photon missiles are a nifty little weapon. It's cool. Are we good?